I'm really excited today because it's supposed to be a high of 72 degrees outside and sunny. So of course we're going to the botanical gardens near me. I haven't been there in about maybe 2 weeks, but the last time I went, I saw maybe like 4 things start to bloom. So I'm really hoping that we can find some more flowers in bloom today because I feel like I saw a bunch of different ones budding the last time I went. So yeah, we'll see if we can find anything fun. Also, always on the lookout for little animals. I do see a lot of birds there, but I don't see them a lot during the winter, so they're just starting to come out again. My goal this spring season is to have a very whimsical Pixie Hollow fairy spring. I want it to be colorful and full of love and spending lots of time outdoors. I just watched the first Tinkerbell movie the other night and I forgot how much I love those movies, and especially the scene where the fairies bring the spring season over to the mainland. I think that is just so magical, and I love the idea of the seasons changing because of fairies. I was also really obsessed with the Pixie Hollow game as a kid and the illustrations from the 2010s. I just always thought they were the most beautiful artwork ever, and I used to have some of the books, but unfortunately they've just been lost over the years. So yeah, we'll see what we can find. I'm gonna go get dressed, and yeah. And my belt and my top both have flowers, so I feel like we're manifesting lots of flower presents today. And I'm also bringing my everyday purse and a bigger bag that's going to hold like a blanket to sit on and some other little things. I just got this new book that I'm going to be reading and I'm so excited. I'm so obsessed with my book. I was reading it some more at home and I'm about like 100 pages in. It's just a little difficult because there's so many different characters. That's part of what the little like stickies I'm putting in for is for every new character that I have to remember, because the narrations or like perspectives also change sometimes within the chapters, or like every chapter will be a different character sometimes. So I'm just like trying to keep track of that and the storyline, and because it's also a mystery, I'm like trying to clock if anyone's suspicious. I actually got that book thrifting the other day, and I have a haul that I'm going to insert here. My thrift haul, I got some really great things Firstly, these little whimsy trinkets. I absolutely adore them. And this is the one that really caught my eye because I love the movie The Last Unicorn. My sisters and I would watch it all the time growing up, so I look for any unicorn trinkets always. And this little sleepy bear came with it. I love the little celestial markings right there. I don't know if you can see, but it has little moon and stars on its robe, and I just think that's so cute. These are going to be perfect on my wall shelf. I got 2 thriller murder mystery books. These both look really interesting. I'm going to put a little summary above each book, but this one takes place on more of a cruise, so it's more of like a summer book, at least in my mind, and this one takes place at a museum. So I think I'm going to start with this one. I also think the covers are both so different but so fun. Like, they really caught my eye, so I'm really excited to read these. 2 photo albums. I'm really excited I found this one. I love the print, and when you open it up, it has a section where you can write little information about the photos, and I really adore that. I usually write little details on the back of a photo, but I think this is going to be really perfect. This one is going to be for some high school pictures because I didn't start making photo albums until like my last year-ish of college. So I don't have any from high school, but I do want to have like a physical representation of my life from that time period. I just did one for all of my college years, and that one was really fun and nostalgic, so I think it would be good to do one for high school as well. This little notebook, which I'm going to be using for planning out video stuff because I was writing that in my everyday journal for I guess like the past year, and I just think it would be a little bit more organized if I had it in a separate book, so that's why I got that. Also for my wall shelves is this little picture frame. I'm obsessed with the tulips, and I think those are lilies. This doily, I have not found any colorful ones before, but I saw this pink one and I think it's so cute. I can't wait to put it somewhere in my room. I saw these photo cards near the scrapbooking stuff, and I just thought that she was really cute. This big candle, and I think everything left in here is clothing. This nightgown, which I think is so cute. I am someone who really only wears nightgowns to bed ever. I think they are much more comfortable, and I especially like not having wear like a waistband of like sweatpants or something because sometimes the band can make me feel a little ill and nauseous. I don't know why. I think it's connected to my stomach problems and not liking to have a lot of stuff pressing on my stomach sometimes, but yeah, I think it's so cute. I love the flower print as well and the little lace trim. This dress, which I think is 90s based off the tag and just like general style of it. I really love how there's ruffles up here and then at the bottom of the dress. It also kind of reminds me of Sex and the City and some of the dresses that they wore. So yeah, I really love florals, as you can tell. And something else with a little bit of florals is this little bralette sports bra thing, but on the back it has this really pretty like floral, it's upside down. It has this really pretty little flower details on the back. So I think if I wore this with a backless top, it would make me feel very whimsical, spring, nature, fairy-like. And this last piece of clothing looks a lot cuter on. It's from Reformation, and it's kind of like a corset off the shoulder situation. I feel like this top is kind of princessy to me. It's so cute. I don't know, maybe it reminds me of Swan Lake a little bit. I'm also just now realizing I'm wearing the same top in that haul as I am right now, but you know what, it's a really cute top. I got it thrifting, and it has little heart buttons and hearts down here. So I use an everyday makeup bag, and then I have this which holds my other makeup that I own, but lately my everyday makeup bag has been getting way too full. I've been using more products because I usually switch colors when the seasons change and it's just too full, so I'm gonna go through it. And I do occasionally use these things, but it's just colors that I don't wear as often. I think I'm just gonna dump it out. It's gonna be a little messy though. Ooh, gosh, that was maybe not the best idea, but now we're gonna go through all my makeup. Okay, so to start, I have 2 merit sticks in here because I got this one when my other one was basically running out, but this one still has, I mean, you know, not a lot, but just like the smallest amount, so I don't want to get rid of it just yet. So these will both be going back inside. For blush, I think that it's time that I change these out because I really like using this baby pink one during the summer in combination with this red one. So I'm gonna put these two in my everyday makeup bag and put this berry shaded one in my not everyday bag. These are both so empty, it's criminal that I'm still trying to get something out of these. So I'm gonna put them in here for now because I don't really want to throw them out yet because there's like the tiniest bit if I really scrape, but it's not an everyday thing. So I'll be keeping my Benetint in here as my replacement lip stain, as well as my eyebrow thing that I use every day. It's a couple days later and I'm currently getting ready to go to a concert tonight with my friends. Looking at myself now, I definitely need to put a necklace on, but I did a couple rollers, so let's see how they did. Good morning, everyone. I first and foremost did some heatless curls last night, so let's take them out and see how they look, and then I'll tell you my plans for today. I tried to make my curls a little looser than I usually do, so we'll see if that actually worked. I don't know if it will. I always feel like I never get enough volume when I use these, so I do like a crisscross kind of. So when I do my normal middle part, it's not as like flat. I just gave my bangs a little refresh and I'm pinning them down. I'm gonna do some hair oil and then put some makeup on, and we're gonna start our day. I really wanna go thrifting today because my all-time favorite thrift store near me is only open 2 days a week, and usually I can only go on Saturdays, but I coincidentally have today off for work. Like, I don't know, they just gave me the day off for some reason, and so I can finally go today on the weekday they're open. So I'm really excited. It's cash only, so I'm gonna have to stop at the bank. I have actually my to-do list in here. I've been trying to use this a lot more and I really like it. I usually only do like notes and lists in here, but I've been using my to-do list things. So I have to thrift and get cash. I need to do an unboxing haul for some clothing I just got from Motel Rocks. I'll show you guys too, but I'll be posting it on my TikTok. I have the movies tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to see the new movie. I forget what it's called. It's the one with Lily Reinhart and Lola Tung. It's like supposed to be a campy kind of horror movie similar to Heathers and those kind of vibes. I'm so excited. I'm going tonight with my friend, and I think that I need to pick up some snacks because I cannot digest popcorn. I learned that one of the last times I went to the movies, I can no longer digest it. So I need to get some, I think maybe baked chips are better than like fried stuff for me. And maybe I'll stop at Walgreens for the snacks. And I also want to pick up some pictures to print out for my wall. So that is my list of things I need to do today. Not really too extensive at all. It's going to be a pretty nice day, and the weather outside is stunning. It's another perfect spring day of like 70 something degrees and sunny. So maybe we'll spend some time outside if we have time. We'll see. I'm gonna get ready. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm wearing my nightgown I got the other day in the thrift haul, and I didn't realize this when I first got it, but the lace has like little flowers. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's absolutely adorable. I'm back home, and now I'm going to show you my haul from the day and also another haul from something I got in the mail. But to start with my photos and my food for the movies tonight, I got some dark chocolate covered pretzels and some Lay's potato chips, but these are baked instead of fried, which is much better for my stomach. And I also picked up my pictures, whoop, I almost dropped them, that I am going to cut out, I think right after this probably. I'm going to start with my not clothing items for my thrifted stuff. I guess this is kind of clothing, but I feel like a belt is more an accessory. But I got this black belt because I own really only brown belts and maybe like one reddish one, but my younger sister very much constantly complained that I don't have a black belt for her to borrow. So this is going to be for me if I ever want to have a black belt on, but it's really mostly going to be for my younger sister. I also got this candle. It says the smell is Indian corn. I don't know what that means, but it smells good. And the cashier woman, who was very sweet, who, you know, took my items for me, said that it also smelled really good. So yes, I got a little bookmark. It has like little beads on the bottom, which I think are so cute. I already have a crochet bookmark that's like long like this, but I think this is great to have because I honestly probably read around like 3 books at a time if I'm counting stuff that I reread. So yeah, always good to have more bookmarks. Up next, I got 2 pairs of earrings, these little pearl ones, which I think are absolutely adorable. I love wearing dangly earrings. I don't really love wearing earrings in general, but if I am going to be wearing earrings, they will be dangly. And I also got another pair of dangly earrings, but these are purple. Sorry, they're a little twisted. These are purple, and I wear a lot of purple in my outfits, so I've been looking for a pair of little dangly earrings to match the purple. And maybe I'm totally off base with the style, but I feel like these are giving kind of Art Deco-ish. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me. And lastly, before my clothing, I got 3 books. I got Dracula, Frankenstein, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This book I read a lot in middle school, so I really wanted to get it. I really thought the entire series was quite interesting. So yeah, I hope I didn't pronounce her last name wrong, because I'm really bad at pronouncing names that I read. And I also got Frankenstein and Dracula because these are 2 like classics that I've been wanting to read for a really long time, but books can be just so expensive, and these I got for $1 each, so I thought that was just a really good deal. And now to move on with my clothing items, I got 2 tops that I think were probably donated by the same person. They're like baby doll tops, and they kind of have a puff sleeve. I really love the red one. I really like this one too, but I think the red one is my favorite. I got this quarter zip that has a hood for hiking. It also has a little pocket on the side, which I think is so awesome. And I got this gray cardigan, which is just like perfectly slouchy. The brand is, again, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, Sonoma, but I have a lot of clothes that I get thrifting from here. And these aren't items I got today, but I got them recently in the mail from Motel, so I want to show you guys. The first item you already saw earlier in this video. I wore it to the concert, and this tiered cotton white skirt. I've really been looking for one of these to wear during the springtime, and I haven't been able to find one thrifting, and so I'm really happy that I got this. The next dress that I show you might be my new favorite dress for the summer. I've been looking for the perfect little white dress. I think it's absolutely perfect. The lace detailing is stunning. And another little white dress. This is a very different style, but I really still love it. I think it's super cute, and you guys know I love wearing nightgowns, so this kind of reminded me of, like, I don't know, nightgown vibe. I wasn't planning on going there with my sister, but she asked if I wanted to go and take some pictures, and of course I wanted to go and take some pictures. I always want to go out in nature and take pictures. It was so much fun. We saw a huge turtle, and I have not seen a turtle that big in like so many years. It was so exciting. I also posted some pretty cute pictures on Instagram if you guys want to go take a look. And it was just a lot of fun. And on the way home, I picked up some more pictures because I realized today is the 1st of April. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. And I wanted to get my scrapbooking done for the month of March. And I also want to create a page for when I went out with my friends to the concert, because I like doing pages for big events like that. And I also just have so many pictures from March that I want to add to a scrapbook. So I feel like this would be a good idea of kind of separating them so I don't have a million pictures on one page, because I don't want it to feel too overwhelming. So I'm going to get started on that in a few minutes. I actually spent the last like 30 minutes cutting out all the pictures because it can be a bit tedious, especially when I'm filming. So I'm gonna get my crafting test and all of my stickers and stuff, and then we are going to do some scrapbooking.